Hey guys, Todd here. Today we're going to install the UnderCover Swing Case. I've got a 2020 Ram 2500, but the installation is very similar on most applications. For this installation, we'll be using a drill along with a 7/16 socket. Because we've got a bed rug, I'll also be using a utility knife. Well, make sure you're subscribed to our channel to stay up to date with all our latest content. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now before we get started, I want to point out that we already have a bed rug liner installed in this truck. I'm going to show you guys how to install this thing, whether you have a bed rug liner. If you have a plastic drop-in liner, I'll show you pointers on what to do with that. And if you have no liner or a spray liner, obviously we're going to show you how to install this with those options. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull our bed rug away from the bed. Just detach the hook and loop fasteners, pull that back. On the tailgate pillar, you're going to see a couple of dimples here and here. Behind this piece of Velcro, there's also a third dimple right here. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on this top dimple closest to the cab side. We're going to take our main bracket. We're going to notice we got some holes here in the main bracket and also some threaded studs that are going to be facing towards the cab. This top hole on the main bracket needs to line up to that top dimple. Once we've got that there, we can go ahead and start putting in our self-tapping screws. Now, if you have a drop-in bed liner, once you get this lined up, go ahead and mark the bed liner, the plastic drop-in liner, where the bracket hits it so you can trim that out and the bracket can go right through that bed liner directly to the bed. All right, so here's one of our self-tapping screws. What we're going to do is take a drill attached to a 7/16 socket, set that in place. We're going to go ahead and pick up our bracket, run the screw through there, and then go ahead and put it into that dimpled spot on the tailgate pillar. Okay, now we got 3 more holes. Each one of those, we're going to put 1 more of our self-tapping screws. All right, now with our main bracket installed, what we're going to do is take our latch bracket. Here's our latch here. You're going to notice we've got a couple of small holes in the latch bracket. That's going to line up to the threaded studs in our main bracket. Now we want to make sure that's up against the main bracket nice and flush. And we're going to bring it over to the bed rug here, or our liner, and we're going to see where it's hitting the liner. And what we're going to do on this particular application is we're going to make a couple of relief cuts in the bed rug liner, because this is where it's going to be hitting the side of the truck. Now we have a little window where we can install the bracket. Now, if you have a plastic drop-in bed liner, what you're going to want to do is cut out this whole area right here so this bracket can go to the bed of the truck. Okay, now to make the install really easy with the bed rug, if you want, you can just mark on the bed rug where the bracket is and then completely cut that area out and just reattach the bed rug around the bracket. Or if you want to go a little bit extra and make a really clean look, you can actually upholster the bed rug around the bracket, and that's what I'm going to do right now and show you guys how to do it. So basically what I'm going to do is bring the bed rug right up to here where it's going to contact, and then I'm going to make a relief cut so that bracket can pass through. These plastic pieces will pop right off the bracket. And just bring the bed rug over and make relief cuts on the bed rug for that bracket as well. I'm going to go ahead and peel that back. And I'm going to make a relief cut right back here so that this bracket can pass through the bed rug on this side. And next we can go ahead and reinstall our plastic caps. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and slide this into its cutout and then line up these threaded studs. Use the provided nuts and go ahead and attach that. Make sure you don't have any of the bed rug between the two pieces of bracket. Make sure it's pushed out of the way. We're going to tighten that down with a 7/16. All right, now we can go ahead and pull back the little window that we made earlier, use our self-tapping screws, and install this to the sheet metal of the truck. All right, now we just go ahead and drop the hinges onto the bracket. We're gonna go ahead and line it up and drop it onto the hinges. It locks into place. Now we're gonna take our included security lock, go up into that tab, drop it in, and now it's locked in place. It will operate with the lock engaged. You just can't lift it off unless you disengage the lock. Well guys, if you found this video to be helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you want more information about the product, check the link in the description below. And as always, if you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.